NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Won by the Raptors. Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
For Masai Ujiri, it's all about outlook because perspective is everything. And pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're Ujiri, you're throwing everything at the wall and you're seeing what sticks. Even hiring old staff members of the San Antonio Spurs who are very good friends with Kawhi Leonard and Jeremy Castleberry over to the staff to try to get him around. Because the goal is to win now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now.
To Wall. Has a chance. There it is, John Wall. Good start. He's made his first shot.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Leonard to Lowry. Danny Green to Lowry. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Leonard. Not that time. He misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Wizards at the controls. Wall. To Porter. Beal. Oh, had him going there for a second. Porter. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Lowry. Valanciunas. Short jumper off the mark. Into the front court. It's Wall. Up by 3. To Porter. Otto Porter. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. Lowry to Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Bradley Beal at the line. First try, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Jay, how do you even begin to try and describe the whirlwind that is the Toronto Raptors?
Well, you start with the positive. Last year was the first time in franchise history they were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And then you think about them losing in the first round. After they lost the first game, it was essentially over to firing their head coach, best player. And here we are, this team still having a chance to win the Eastern Conference again.
Porter to Beal. Porter to Beal. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Beal? Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Toronto has the basketball. Lowry. And a chance coming up at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one, count it. good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Beal. Wall. Just not going down.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Danny Green to Van Vliet. To Danny Green. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Wall to Beal. To Wall. Five to shoot for Washington. Trying to cash in. Shot won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Screen coming. Five seconds to shoot. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. His first effort. Off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Beal. From the outside, no good. Danny Green to Van Vliet. To Danny Green. Deep two there, won't go. The follow won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Wall. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Late heave to beat the buzzer, and it won't be close as time expires here in the first quarter. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
Well, in order to do the latter, one would think that if you win with Kawhi now, you can keep Kawhi, but I don't believe that to happen. I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here comes the screen. To Van Vliet. Not that time.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts.
Wide open look, won't go. Fred Van Vliet. Wall across the timeline. His team on top by 8. To Beal. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Washington basketball. Porter to Wall. Porter. to Wall. Has a chance. There it is, John Wall. 2 of 4 now. If you blink, you may miss the fastest man in the NBA.
Man, John Wall is like a blur. When I see him, it reminds me of players I used to guard in the past. Stephon Marbury, Allen Iverson. He is that fast with or without the basketball.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Lowry to Monroe. Gets it in the left corner. Ibaka. You could see Serge salivate. Wide open, he drills it.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jason Smith trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Toronto with the basketball. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Lowry with it. They find themselves down 10. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Lowry into the front court. Trailing by 10. Here comes the screen. Lowry. Trying to cash in. Shot by Anunoby, no good. Wizards have it. Screen coming. Wall. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. For 3, textbook defense. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
From the painted area, won't go down. Lowry. Wall with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Lowry to Leonard. to get that one to go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
To Danny Green. Lowry. Misfires. It's no good. Wall into the front court. Up a dozen. Has a look. There it is. John Wall. He's 3 for 7.
John Wall, the new modern-day athlete. He battled the knee injury last season and missed 41 contests after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on that knee, and still one of the fastest guys we have in the league today.
Here comes the screen. Can't miss those. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Wizards way out in front.
Let's get right into the action here. The Wizards were the dominant team in that first half, without question. And they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards. The Raptors may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Field goals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
John Wall has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
It's Washington with the basketball. John Wall goes to work, gets a look, can't hit. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Trailing by 14. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry to Danny Green. Lowry, he engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
There it is, John Wall, now 4 for 9. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Wall to Beal. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Bradley Beal at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Missed it at the line. Lowry with it. His guys down big. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw good, and the lead back down to 15. Wizards with the basketball. Wall to Beal. Probing the defense. Can't connect. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Lowry into the front court. Down a bundle. Curling inside. Shot blocked by Morris. The shot denied by John Wall.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Into the front court comes Wall. Looking to make something happen.
I got him.
The rebound comes down to Toronto. Now a steal by Washington.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Nothing going here on that drive. Wall. Has a chance. That's no good. Wizards pull down the board. Wizards at the controls. Porter to Wall. Deep right corner. Valanciunas with the rebound. Lowry. Wizards have the rebound. Bradley Beal, now 3 for 9.
Bradley Beal, a first-time All-Star last year, averaging just under 23 points per game. Glad to know everybody eats.
Lowry to Valanciunas. Shot from the lane won't go. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Jonas Valanciunas at the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Washington basketball. Wall to Beal. Trying to cash in. Won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Here comes the screen. Lowry to Leonard. Jonas Valanciunas. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
Beal doesn't have the touch. No good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Into the front court, it's Wall. The lead is 15. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming to Wall. Beal. Well defended. Lowry into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. That pass stolen by the Wizards. Wall across the timeline. His guys up by 15. Valanciunas.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. That pass taken away by Toronto. To Van Vliet. Inside, he scores.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Here comes the screen. To Rivers. Oubre to Rivers. Long key from three-quarters court. That ends the third quarter. The Wizards way out in front. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Screen coming. To Kelly Oubre. For three. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Fred Van Vliet to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Valanciunas to Leonard. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Has a look. The jumper's off the mark. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred Van Vliet. Probing the defense to Leonard. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Leonard. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Rivers shot there, won't go.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, But that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Jonas Valanciunas, 3 for 6 now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. The lead is 12. Big finish at the rim.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Austin Rivers. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To VanVleet. Down low for Leonard. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Here comes the screen. Goes to the right side. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rivers with the basketball. The lead is 11. To Kelly Oubre. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
He's very similar to Andre Iguodala, but not the young AI. I'm talking about the one that's playing now, but younger with a fresher body. So disruptive because he can play passing lanes and with that long wingspan can get steals. But he is best set up in transition. He's so dynamic at attacking the rim, and his playmaking ability should go extremely well alongside John Wall, Kelly Oubre, Bradley Beal, and Otto Porter.
Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Leonard to Danny Green. To Ibaka. Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Wizards have it. Austin Rivers. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Here comes the screen. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. he makes them both. Fred VanVleet, now a steal by Washington.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Fred VanVleet, great feed, sets it up. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Austin Rivers to Beal. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. And hits off a killer step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Here comes the screen. It's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. You can count that one. 4-point play. The Wizards are the winners as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Wizards added a win with today's solid victory. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Raptors couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Washington Wizards looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their
Player of the game.
John Wall put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the Washington Wizards. The Wizards got the win with a comfortable scoring margin, and the defensive intensity made all of the difference. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.